Good morning and welcome to Christmas Eve here on More 4. Coming up tonight at 8:10, we're counting down the 100 greatest Christmas moments. Everything from Del Boy to Cliff Richard, and there might even be a bit of Noel thrown in for good measure. And talking of Noel, here he is.
£22 boxes. £250,000. Just one question. Welcome to Deal or No Deal. Once again to the Dream Factory. Welcome to Deal or No Deal. Good to have you with us. You know, there's a very interesting thing that happens when we have a game like yesterday with Linda. I start to look at the expressions on the people's faces in the wings, and every now and again you can tell by the look in their eyes, they start to think, was this such a good idea? Because Linda waited 3 years for the opportunity to play the game, and she then went through the most amazing emotional, physical, mental turmoil. It really was quite extraordinary. I'm sure she had to have a lie down. Now, I worked out that collectively, these guys here have waited nearly 30 years for the opportunity. And after yesterday's game, I bet there's a few of them thinking, was this really such a good idea? One of them's about to come out here and find out how difficult it is to play Deal or No Deal. Oh, and don't forget that in life, quite often, it's the simple things that bring the greatest reward. Danny? At last, the waiting's over for you, Danny. Come on out. How are you going to find this battle? You were so busy going, come on, come on. I thought you were going to walk right out the door.
I know.
Hello.
Hiya.
Daniel Taylor from Warrington in Cheshire, a stock auditor.
Yep.
I want to know about Mystic Danny.
Are we on about the tarot?
Yes, I think so.
Somebody who shall remain nameless does my card readings every now and again. And we recently had a card reading, I think it was weekend before last. And she said, if your game's on a Wednesday, it won't be too good. If your game's on a Thursday, it'll be OK. But if your game's on a Friday, it'll be tremendous.
So we're feeling very positive about your game.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And you brought a card.
7 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds.
It's basically, if you move on to this picture, this is my nan, who's now not with us, but for the last 10 years or so of her time with us, we used to have her around for Sunday dinners. Sarah would always cook a lovely Sunday roast. Let me just point the rest of the people out on the photo. This is my wife, Sarah, stepdaughter, Jessica, little baby, Erin. This is 3 years ago, so she's now 3. And this is my mum, Mary. Mm-hmm. After the food and we'd tidied up, we'd always, if the weather was nice especially, we'd go out in the garden, we'd play cards. My nan was a fond fan of whist. The 7 of diamonds is the card at the start of the game that starts the game off. And 8 out of 10 hands, my nan would go, I've got the 7. And if she had the 7, she'd win the game as well. It was just the way it was. So this is why I'm bringing in the 7. I'm going to see where it leads.
It's all going for you, isn't it? Tarot cards and Nan's lucky card?
Well, she'll be watching on me.
Wait for it. This will get the reaction. Oh.
This is who's keeping me up at nights at the minute. He's just got his first 2 through this week, so sleep isn't really in vast abundance at our house.
What's his name?
It's Sam.
Sam, hello,
He's
Sam.
6 months old.
Beautiful. Great, we've learnt a bit more about you. You brought Steve.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is Steve, my best mate from back home.
Hi, Steve.
Hello.
I know, you're right.
Yep, very good.
Keep me on the straight and narrow.
Jolly good. I need you please to confirm you chose box number 5 at random before this began.
I did, yeah.
It is sealed by the independent adjudicator, who seals all 22 boxes and is the only person who knows where the money is. Do you have a system?
The first half of the game, no. But as we progress further on, I will be keeping numbers that either have meaning or I feel are particularly more lucky than other numbers, which I'm going to disregard early
Splendid. All right, well, it's a bit of a contrast to yesterday, where Linda was fairly wound up. You seemed very, very chilled.
on. I've had plenty of time to prepare for this moment.
Danny, you just get out there, man, and you...
It's a surf attitude, you know,
You
no.
just have yourself one lucky game.
Let's hope so.
Good luck, Danny!
Come on, guys! Come on! Right then. No, you pretty much stood in the right place over there, mate. We'll see whether the relevance of the 7 of diamonds has its way. Martin?
Well, Martin, this is fascinating stuff. Away we go.
Good luck, mate. Gonna miss you.
It's been good, mate. It's been good. Calm down, calm down. Let's find a number that has totally no meaning whatsoever. I think we're going to go with Maria.
Thank you, Maria. You have no meaning whatsoever.
The box.
Thank you,
number.
Danny.
Are you still dreaming about me, by the way?
Yes, in fact, I did it the other day.
Yes. What was I
Yes.
doing this time?
You was on a gym, on a bicycle, doing the bicycle on a gym.
Was I?
Yes.
Was I putting much effort into it?
No, you were okay, but you had a longer beard, white. Longer beard, yeah.
So I had a long white beard and was on
Yeah,
a
there
bike.
was. I had a white t-shirt and it was wet, sweating.
Yeah. Was it doing it for you, Maria?
I was just, as always in my dreams with you, I'm just watching you.
Oh!
Okay, okay. Rolling on. Caroline, you've been a great mummy and an inspiration to whoever you hand that over to.
Thanks, Danny. Bar is going to be much quieter without you.
Profits will be down, yes.
Good luck.
Thanks, babe. That's good. Played.
Fascinating player.
Oh, it's all right, it's all right, it's all good. Come on, guys! Come on! Right, I think we're going to try Justin next. Go with box number 20.
Okay, good luck, Dan.
Thanks, Justin. Yeah? Good number. Good number, mate.
I don't know.
And... Come on, yeah, come on, come on. So, I think number 15 is not a player in my system, so yeah. 1 and 5.
Thank you, Sue.
Good luck, Danny.
Let's see. Play, baby. Lovely. Top box. Okay. It's all right, it's all right.
You know,
That's all right.
this is a moment where he's never going to admit this, but I can assure you he has been sitting watching that unfold and he's thinking, what am I going to make of this guy? I don't think for a moment he's going to know how to play you. Hello! I know you wouldn't admit, which is why I was saying it out loud. I know you would never admit to it. He says he would never, ever admit that. But he hasn't got a clue what to do with you.
Good.
Oh. You sent spies to try and work him out.
Oh, dear.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye.
You sent a spy down to the bar,
Busted. Just the one.
and the spy was minding his own business, drinking a cranberry juice, and up comes Danny,
Paparazzi Dan.
and you pointed at... Danny points at him and says, Hello, mate, I know your game. So who was it?
I didn't catch his name, which was the funny thing, even though he did tell me, because it wasn't a name that I recognised. So his anonymity still there, but we have
His name?
photographic.
Alfred Pennyworth.
That wasn't the name he gave me on the night. I'd have remembered that. Pennyworth. I like it. Oh, dear.
Alfred Pennyworth in the service of one Mr. T. Banker. He says, you're not to be trifled with, Danny.
Good.
OK, you may be onto his spies, and you've taken the $250,000 out of the game, but there is absolutely no way he is going to take you lightly. It's 7,700. Oh, it's a good offer. It's a good offer when you've lost the $250,000 in the opening five.
Yeah. That's pretty respectful. I quite appreciate that. But I think we're ready for the question in light of the fact that we started with the 7 and the rest of the boxes were pretty good.
7,700. Deal or no deal?
I like the 7s, yeah, I like that. No deal, no. Paul, I think we're going to give number 1 a try.
All right, mate. I hope it's a blue for you.
Come on, mate.
No fears, no worries.
I think another number that really doesn't figure in my gameplay later on, it would have maybe if the 250 had still been in play, but number 3, Kenny, I feel comfortable opening that at this point.
Let's keep the comfort going, Ken.
Good luck.
Yeah? 10,000. Happy about that?
Today's. The block's still there.
Oh, your stock levels seem to be going down.
It's a game of 2 hours now. That's,
Two halves. How does that work out, Danny? We have 3 sections. Would you like to encourage the nation to return to the second half of the third?
Okay, well,
The second third of the... Ask them to come back.
I'm not doing fractions. Right, 18 months of waiting have all led down to this show. So I'll come back after the break and watch me give this board a go!
Very good. Welcome back to Danny's game. He has an inner belief that the cards are going to have a big influence on this game. Got a good block there, 100,000, 75, 50, 30.
He doesn't like blocks, does he?
He does not.
He's going to do some
No,
damage
if
to
this
that
is
now.
anything other than one of those, it's still looking good.
Right, I think we're going to go with... Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Good luck, dude.
Cheers, mate. Mate, that's what I needed. That's awesome, mate. That's good.
Hello. Yeah, red's looking good for you, Danny. 7 reds. 7 reds, 7 blues, that number's 7. Septabello. The handsome 7. I like it, I like it. Love it when he gets onto a theme about something. You've got 7 and 7. Doesn't always split so conveniently at this point. £11,007 is the value of box number 5.
Good offer. Good offer. How are we feeling, Steve, at the minute?
A
This is the crucial bit in it. I've seen it so many times at this point where it goes downhill.
It's very good to bring him along.
I'm the caramel influence, no. You can get carried away.
What's it time for?
Hello, Pa. Who's the bloke he's brought with him? He's apparently a friend. He's bringing you down. Oh, don't be like that, Bang. You've depressed the banker. He sucks all the life out of the room, he said.
Happy days.
Yeah, he's an atmosphere hoover. Your offer's gone up. If Steve agrees not to speak again, it's 12,007.
No deal that.
Just nod your agreement for now.
I think we're in a position where we can move forwards now. I'm ready for the question.
£12,007. Deal or no deal?
With respect, it's a good offer, but it's also a good board. No deal.
Thank you, Daddy.
Let's try for that 1p kiss, Andy.
Let's hope so, mate.
It's going all right. It's going all right. Shiny 10.
Where are we going? Mary!
Yeah.
Hello, where have you popped up from?
Out of there.
Have you?
Out of there.
My
Out
word!
of the box.
Oh, blimey neck. Mary, you're very welcome. It would appear
Thank
we
you.
now require the contents of box 10.
Right. I hope, Danny, it's a blue.
Ready? Bring the look.
For my first box.
It'll be all right.
Good sense of drama. Yeah! The way he's playing his game. This is fantastic.
This gets better, doesn't it?
Honestly,
Come on, guys.
the contrast with yesterday and Linda just could not be greater. I love the way you played it. Just so laid back. 6 in that block, untouched. Ooh, can we get to the next call with them equally intact?
I think we're gonna try number 12. Letty?
Yes, definitely.
Give it a go, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go on, Letty.
What, Danny?
The block, the powerful block, still totally intact. Come on, guys. Hello. Still got 7 reds. No, Stephen does not have anything to say about that.
7 reds. 7 of diamonds.
17 grand. Very rare that the phone conversation contains just 2 sentences. What does Steve think about that? Shh. In that case, the offer, 17 grand. Boy, is he taking you seriously.
He's got to take that board seriously, hasn't he? That's,
I think the way you're playing it's very good.
it's a good offer, isn't it?
17 grand, what would you do with that?
We're a single income family. That'd go a long way. Definitely get us in a comfort zone.
It's stable, isn't it?
Yep.
You've created something here, surely, though, that is about as safe as it gets in terms of a deal gamble. because obviously if you take out the top three, clearly that's a massive disaster.
The offer's going to crumble, isn't it?
But it just feels as if you've got a configuration that could tease you on.
Do you know, that's part of the problem with that board, isn't it? It's very enticing.
Yes, good word. Enticing. We can't talk to Steve because, of course, there's money resting upon his verbal vacuum.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, right. OK, that's fair, thank you. Right, OK, the ban on you speaking has been lifted. I suppose you must feel it's the end of the world.
Not at all, looking at that board. That's an excellent board, Dan.
It is a good board, isn't it?
It's a good offer. It's a good offer as well.
It's a good offer.
Danny, if you were stood over there and it was one of us up there, would you be saying for us to deal?
Do you know, this is one of them situations where I'd be in a bind over what to offer, advice-wise. It's a fantastic board. You've had a great run on the blues.
Would you a big win?
Yeah.
To be fair. It's been a while. That's a safe board.
We have a saying that actually the stats prove it is very, very difficult in this game to make a decision at the third offer to leave to work. People who deal at the third offer, generally speaking, have made an error. More have made an error than made it work.
But the number of shows I'm on, 27, I can say I've seen more car crashes than I have balloon rides. And that weighs heavy on my mind.
Yeah. I can see why you and Steve have such a good friendship.
We've talked about it a lot, no, we have.
I can see the two of you sitting there in the bar with a pint that you make last all night. I tell you. Yeah, real parallel.
Stay.
It's a clever offer, Dan.
He's placed it well, hasn't he?
He has.
OK, interesting situation. I can see that you're finding it very difficult with your third offer to make your mind up. So actually, we're going to take a break and hopefully make things easier for you. See you after the break. Still thinking about it. Welcome back to Danny Taylor's game. He's from Warrington, and this is fascinating. Yesterday with Linda, we had somebody who invested so much emotion in the game, but in a very, very different style. Fingers crossed, but hands twisted with concentration at various times. You're very much more laid back. The two of you have one thing in common, of course. You want to make the most of this one opportunity. £17,000 is what you're considering. Are you ready for the question?
I think I'm arriving at that decision.
Hello. OK. He wants to work with you.
Hello? Yes? Of course you can. It's getting difficult for him in there, isn't it? Oh, bless him. You'll have to get him in disguise next time. Absolutely. I like to keep them on their toes. Thanks for the advice.
Which was?
Be your own man. Do your own thing. Know your own mind. They were the last three things he said. And I think I have decided that is good advice.
Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
£17,000. Deal or no deal?
It's a very good offer. It will certainly make things a lot nicer. And with that, I think I'm going to deal.
Right then. That has caused a huge amount of discussion amongst the pilgrims and some raised eyebrows in the east and west wing. We'd started to move into the numbers that mean a lot to you. I don't know whether that had anything to do with it. We'll find out at the end of the game. You've got to choose 3. Let's make it work for you, Danny.
Rachel, 13.
Thank you, Rachel. He wishes to open box 13. And now, of course, we've got to start picking big numbers.
Right, really going to miss you, Danny. Good luck.
Cheers, babe. You've been a great partner.
15 grand's not big enough.
It's all right. It's all right, babe. It's a red. It'll do.
You're at the wrong end of the block. You've got 3. You're now down to 2. And we've got to see big numbers here. Come on, you've got to find 100,000, 75,000 or 50,000, or one of our coolest players has made a grave error.
On the back of that being a good box to continue with, I would have been inclined to go with James, the death box.
I believe if this is 20,000 or less, it is serious bad news for Danny.
You're the top lad, Dan.
Cheers, James.
Oh, that's good. That's better. Yeah, you can. I don't want to applaud that. All right, now find another one of them. Come on, you've got to find another one of them.
OK, play your own game is what he said to me last thing on the phone.
Yep.
Last number that I'm not having any connection with at all is Balbina.
OK.
16.
Balbina, will you please open 16? If it's low, it's going to be fascinating. He needs to see really high. Go. It's got to be high. 35,000. Will that do enough? A big hole now.
Here's Balbina. Nice one.
Ooh, I think this might be a bit close to call because we're deeper into the game.
Yeah.
We're now at 8 box. You undoubtedly worried him and impressed him, actually. Hello. Oh, fear not, Danny. So far, you've done the right thing. Do you think it takes great courage to know your own mind in a game like this? Yeah. Oh, well, all of that should make your ears burn. If you've also come along here wanting to have a memorable game and get a favourable response from the banker, you've achieved it just there. So he says, so far this is working for a player I regard as very courageous, formidable even. Danny, it would have been 14,000 at this point. 14 grand.
Still would have been a good
so
offer.
you're in the lead. Now we have an interesting situation. There were so many question marks hanging over that decision, but more and more people coming to stand alongside you and say, well done. It feels as if you might have left the game at the right time.
OK. We're just about starting to scratch on the lucky or hot numbers.
OK.
I would have started in reverse order for least luckiest, which would have been number 8.
Number 8. Dan, in this round, I think we've got to see both of the big ones.
Come on, Dan.
All the best, mate.
£5, no. No, ooh.
I think we're going to go with number 19, Janet.
Janet, if this is another blue, it's bad news.
It's a big one.
Go on. Oh, no. No, 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 no. So, now you can't take the top 2, so if we're in live play, we'd be going, it's all right, it's all right. There'll be cries of, don't worry, keep your nerve, Danny. You can't take both of them. You've got the backup of the 20,000. You know, whichever way you cut it, this is now feeling very uncomfortable. If you've got 1p in the next selection, you did make a mistake.
OK, we're going to go with number 14.
14, Jade. Do it for Danny. It's got to be one of the top two. Personally, I think it's got to be the 100,000. Go. Oh, what? Oh! Wow. What a magnificent round. That means absolutely nothing because you're not in live play. What a round. Hello. Be your own man. Play your own game. Know your own mind. Oh, and there's a fourth one now. Save the banker a fortune. You're now in the category of one of the unluckiest people that he has ever come across. You pull the 1p out, not in live play. Kiss not valid. You didn't snog Jade. Unlucky man. The value of box 5, 31,000. That's how big the leap would have been because you took the 3 lowest sums out of the game, one of which, of course, was the 1p.
Difficult one to swallow, that one.
Yeah, well, you may well choke, actually. If that one was difficult to swallow, you will choke on this if we now find 750, 20,000 and 3 grand. So, come on, it's got to be the top 2 in these boxes. Where are you going?
Steve.
Steve?
Last of the
4?
Last of the lucky numbers.
OK, Steve, open box 4, give him 75 or 100,000, please.
Good luck. I hope it's huge.
20's not enough. You can't do that. 20,000 is a component in the perfect round.
It's all right. Right, we're up to birthdays now.
OK.
Sam, born on the 9th of the 9th, 09, is going to be next.
Next one, we're going to Max. Max, if this is one of the low ones, we've now got the spectre of him having walked away from just the dream end. I mean, every single player wants $250,000 and 100,000 at the end. What's the next best thing? It's sitting right there. Max, prove it was never going to happen.
Here we go. Best luck, mate.
Yes!
Nice one.
Danny, this is going to be extraordinary if the next one is the 75,000. In one round, you took the bottom 3. In the next round, are you capable of taking the top 3? Which way are you going, left or right?
My birthday, my nan's birthday. I think it's time to say goodbye to Daphne, number 17.
If it's 750, you've still got a big problem. Daphne, open box 17, please.
I hope it is.
We hope that in this round he does it. Has he taken the highest 3? Yes! What an amazing situation. What an extraordinary situation. You deal, then you get the lowest 3, and then the next round you get the highest 3. Incredible situation. Hello. It can be an extraordinary game, can't it? Yeah. He says, well, looking at it now, good for you that you actually did your own thing. You knew your own mind. With that scenario, the box would have been worth £1,700.
Really
well,
made it
so
good finish, would it?
Yeah. Well, he's thoroughly enjoyed the game because you could have had £31,000.
Yeah.
But that actually, as it turned out, was not the biggest disaster it could have been. Would you kindly sit down and we will conclude a fascinating game. And, well, you're going away with a lot more than's in the box. Of course, the sweet thing would be to find that you actually, at random, at the beginning of your game, chose a blue. Box 5 had 3 grand in it. Jane, will you please open box 6? Finish the game. 750 sitting there. All right, then.
It's happy days, mate.
Happy days.
Sun is shining.
Excellent. Don't invite Steve round, it'll rain.
You can always windows.
Danny, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm pleased to say you've enjoyed it as well.
It's
great.
great.
£17,000. Enjoy that money, Danny.
I will do.
Enjoy it. Two fascinating games, yesterday and today, linked by mutual ambition, both players really wanting to make it a memorable occasion, totally different gameplay, and I think that was fascinating. And I think the banker found it fascinating as well. So, join us over the weekend, and hopefully we can titillate your brain cells one more time with this very simple game. Bye-bye.